Jake Lloyd Bacon, as you know, Wrestlemania is 2 nights.
It is 2 nights. Yep.
So in order to combat that with even more content, we're going to do a 3-night Wrestlemania review.
Scott, I didn't watch it. I don't think I could talk about it for 2 nights.
I told my mom I'm staying over.
Scott, the most we can do is a 1-day, 1 hour long WrestleMania episode.
1 day, 1 hour WrestleMania review today on Pro Wrestling Palskis.
Hey, Scott Narver.
Hey, Jake Lloyd Bacon.
Oh, my voice cracked there. Did you hear that?
Oh.
And the hey?
Yeah. You're growing up.
I am growing up. Hello to you.
Turn on the pube cam, everybody. In real time, we're going to see them popping up.
Does your voice start crack again when you start going gray? Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting my third voice.
Yeah.
There was your voice as a kid, then there's your middle voice.
Your middle voice.
My 2 voice.
Yeah.
Now I'm at my 3 voice.
That's your prime voice.
Optimus Prime?
Yeah, because you're in your prime and you got the Matrix in your chest. And then Hot Rod's going to take it from you by mistake.
You knew a lot about Transformers there.
Yeah. Transformers die. Serious.
You're here.
I'm here.
In person.
Get used to it.
Thanks for coming to the studio, Scott. It's so much easier to do these when you're here in person.
My pleasure.
It relieves a lot of the pressure from me.
Hey, the price of electricity these days isn't too much, so it's all right.
Whatever led to you being here, I just want to say ultimately really good for me. Thanks for that. What happened?
My dad died.
Oh, shit. I probably should have asked about that beforehand.
We acknowledge it on the pre-show. We talk more at length about it, so if you want to hear about that, I suppose. And just sort of life catch up. But yes, thank you to everyone for all the kind messages and the well wishes and everything. I need a little time to just sort of re-energize and decompress. Ultimately, I think everyone's in a better place. My dad is no longer in pain, but now we suffer the pain of pro wrestling. We're back at it and talking about everything that's good and all the fumbles and foibles.
Thanks to those who do tune into these, whether live or after the fact on Patreon. We apologize if you watch this one because we had some technical difficulties that we have just edited out for the pod feed.
Mm-hmm. First try.
But it looks like we've got an Alex Pierce joining us who it'll be his little secret that he knows.
Yeah.
Where we had no audio for some strange reason. I just had to restart it and it worked.
Happy RVD day, everybody. It's 420.
Oh, right. I was like,
how is he not marketed that it's like RVD day?
RV day. Rob Van Day.
Sure.
What else was I going to say? Oh, yeah. We must acknowledge Tim Redbeard, current PWP champ for the month of March. We will pick our April champ, better late than never.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of today's episode, if you would like your name thrown into that match, you've got to become a patron over at patreon.com/PW Palskis.
Yeah.
Sky Narver, I'm being asked a question that I feel like I know is unfair in the live chat.
Yes.
That question is, Jake, what was your favorite part of WrestleMania? My favorite part of WrestleMania was the moment when I went, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can just watch Mania with the Hulu, Disney, ESPN Plus bundle.
Yeah.
And maybe the marketing I'm seeing, maybe I still don't get it. Yeah. I know I've tried many times before.
Sure.
Maybe I still don't get it. Maybe I do have this.
I mean, you couldn't figure out the audio at the beginning of this. So
right.
Technically, anything's possible.
Or technically anything is impossible because technically I'm not good at it.
Yeah.
Right. So I popped on ESPN Plus. I pay for it. Whatever. Not that big of a deal. And then it said, access this by joining ESPN Unlimited. I said, nope, guess I'm not watching Mania.
Did it.
So that was my favorite part. Have not watched Mania, but it does not stop Scott from talking about because he watched Mania.
I did. I watched most of both nights.
Most of both.
Yes.
That's how you've watched most WrestleManias, though, since they've been 2 nights.
That's not true. I think I've watched less
When you've
than
been
most.
Right. This is, by the way, go ahead.
There. I mean, when going live, I can remember Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul. I was like, I'm not fucking watching this. And then I went and got food and like didn't care. There
That's
are things
fair.
where I just flat out went like, I don't care. I'm not watching this. I wasn't a completionist for once the 2-night Mania started. I think I watched that first one, the one that I really hated, the pandemic one. And
right.
from that point on, I'm like, I'm not watching all of this.
Yeah, I want to say I got some shit. Speaking of Alex, who messaged me a couple days ago, talking about wrestling stuff, and we were talking about AEW. And at one point, I made the joke like, "Oh, I don't watch wrestling; I just podcast about it."
Yeah.
And then he says, "What else is new?" And I said, "See, that's not entirely fair because I used to watch more wrestling than the other hosts of this show." And he went, "Sir." And I said,
not a LaQuasto.
I said, even Scott, who gives me shit now, would constantly say, "Oh, I fast forwarded through that," or "Oh, I skipped that," when I was watching all of NXT, all of Raw, SmackDown, Superstars,
NXT was an hour.
UK, all of those things all at once.
2 shows you mentioned were an hour, but I'm also watching like older stuff.
Sure, all I'm saying, and he did.
You didn't watch more wrestling.
He did say that's fair. I said I did my time. I paid my dues. I watched every Bailey segment through the entire pandemic.
Yeah, and that's your fault.
So listen.
And to make up for it, you watched nothing. Show today.
Hey, I would have tuned in tonight too last night. But I just,
Alex says in the chat, how do you not have a VPN? You do seem like a VPN guy.
No, I don't trust all the VPN stuff.
Not
great.
UPN.
And now we have no data. This might just be an audio only episode. What is happening right now? My internet just crashed entirely.
I'll go back home and I'll get on Zoom.
Yeah, no, I don't do the VPN action.
Okay, fair enough.
I also don't think I don't think I'm allowed to because of my job. I think there's things in my contracts that because I have stuff on my computers that I have like hardcore
hardcore.
What do they call it? Non-disclosure, not NDA.
DVDA. Hardcore DVDA. You heard it here first. Get a tour of the Dragon's Den and watch some hardcore pornography that can't be seen overseas. Sorry, Mickey Bell. None for you. Only in the States.
Anyways, you watched Mania. You enjoyed it with friends.
Friend
with a Warzeka.
Yeah, it was
Marcus
with a dead father. You can get all kinds of favors. You can be like,
follow me. Hey, he didn't make you kick in any money for that ESPN Unlimited?
No. I mean, like, hey, hang out with me. I'm grieving. I want to hang out and make. Do you have any plans? Make plans with me.
Right.
I think I get one of those with everybody. So
sure, no, that's fair.
I got a 2-night Mania at a Wars, and so we discussed like the possibilities, all the ways of seeing it, and briefly like any interest in going, and both of us like, no, not at all. Great, good. Want to make sure that we're not driving to Vegas
sure
to go do that. So went and watched it at his place in LA for the first night.
Okay.
Casual setting, bringing snacks and all that stuff, ordering food. Great. Second night, AMC Theater in Fullerton, which is a dine-in AMC.
That's kind of fun.
It's kind of fun. We did it once for Forbidden Door back in 2023.
I wouldn't want to do it for a movie, but for something like a sporting event, good time.
They were not set up appropriately for it, which was crazy because the WWE's been doing this monthly. Like you can go and watch stuff, and they've done it before with AEW. But we walk into a completely dark theater about 10 minutes before the show, and going, "That's weird. There's no lights to see your seats or anything,
right. And for a
there's
restaurant
nothing on
style,
screen.
Right.
It's just really weird." They didn't scan our ticket properly when we walked in. She just had the little, the QR reader, and then went, "You should be fine."
So I could have came, is what I'm hearing, without having spent any money.
So then we're minutes away, and then it's 3:01, and we go, I don't like this. And everybody's pretty polite, like everybody's pretty laid back and cool, but you start to hear murmurs of, what's going on?
Right.
Because we all wondered, are they going to show any like pre-show stuff on the app, like on the screen? But there's nothing. There's nothing going on. And then Rebecca goes, tells him right away.
Like, hey, this should have started.
He goes up at 3:02 and goes like, hey, what's going on? They call the managers and they're going, we'll figure it out. Comes back and says, they said they'll figure it out. And he has the ESPN stuff and he goes on the app because the first hour for both nights of WrestleMania.
Just like on his phone, you mean?
Yeah. So, and then you hear somebody else do it too. Like there's a couple people that start to like bring up the broadcast, and that's Cena hosting, and everyone, there's just a very uneasy feeling in the room of like,
right,
I don't like this because Oba and Brock are advertised as the first match on night 2.
And that was something you were excited about.
I was so fucking excited to see it on the big screen. Like just 2 big beefy men.
A lot of beef.
It's all epic.
Like,
meat. That is an epic feeling thing. That was legit what I wanted to see that for.
You know what they are not?
Screen.
They are definitely not beef minis.
No,
they are not.
Neither of them are gray in the middle.
You don't know that.
I seen it. And we're watching a bunch of people are watching it on phone. So the second that I believe it's Oba's music that hits first, the lady next to me goes, I'm dead. That's just the term now of like, I can't fucking believe this.
Oh, okay. Right.
Like this sucks.
Right.
They came and did whatever. Right. And so, there's a bunch of weird delays. Like Mark seems to have on his phone the most current one, because you hear little audio calls to action seconds after throughout the theater.
Sure.
Of this match going on, and we're watching on the phone like, this fucking sucks. This fucking sucks. This is such a bummer.
Right.
We're sitting in a dark room
with a bunch of strangers watching on our devices.
Little rectangles. There's giant fucking
might as
screen
well
up
have been
on
in the toilet.
Yeah.
Like
or
I
in
could
his
have
car or
right. Exactly.
Anything. And I shit you not. Well, I'm jumping ahead. The manager comes into the theater and goes, sorry, everybody. Seems to be a bit of a problem. We're working on it. We're going to get it up and running soon. Someone immediately yells out, we're getting refunds?
That would have been me.
Yes.
Amazing.
Come see me after for vouchers.
Amazing.
And I was like, that wasn't clear.
Vouchers are not refunds, my friend.
Yeah. So come on back.
Right. Vouchers are we're gonna charge you for food one more time.
Yeah.
That's what vouchers means.
So I shit you not. The broadcast kicks in at 3:17.
Okay. So close to Stone Cold time. You missed it by a minute.
Missed it by a minute. And that also the significance of that is, it's loud and it's jarring because it pops up on screen. What we're seeing on Warzeka's phone, there's still action happening, but on screen is 2, 3, ding, 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 ding.
Amazing.
A collective like,
so it ruined, it spoiled somehow getting what you wanted. Spoiled a match for you.
We were probably like 20, 30 seconds behind on all the apps.
Yeah.
And then we see the finish and everyone's like, fuck.
Oh, that is such a bummer. I would have been so angry.
I was not good for a while. It took me a while to be good about it. But that was that like kind of experience. But overall, like we can get into the manias of it all now after that.
Alex says, in a world with all these product integrations, how has Oba not done a commercial for boba tea?
Oba boba?
Oba boba, boba oba, or boba tea.
Or baby boba.
Baby boba.
Mandalorian
right,
and Grogu.
Right.
Baby boba.
It's just him in the little pod thing.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see it, but I saw that there was a pod he was in.
And then who would be the Mandalorian? Who's the man? Oh, Becky Lynch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
We did it.
We nailed it.
More integration, everybody. So 2 nights.
So 2 nights. I am very unplugged. I get it.
He's acoustic.
I don't know why you guys are. I thank you guys for tuning in and listening to us talk about wrestling. This is why we haven't been doing review shows recently, is because I'm very unplugged of what's happening right now.
I want the numbers, baby. Clicks, the listens.
And so I apologize for just being a non-wrestling fan for an episode here, but I look forward to hearing what your take was. Sure. I knew a few of the main marquee matches. I don't know all of them.
Yeah.
I think I would.
No clips, no social media, nothing.
I haven't seen a lot. I saw the ending of that match, the Obi match so far.
Sure. So did I.
I've been. 20 seconds too early. I've seen a lot of clips of entrances and people after a match walking back. I saw CM Punk put on a She-shirt. But I
You
haven't
saw
seen
the
wrestling.
majority of WrestleMania.
Oh, because I haven't seen much wrestling. I saw Danhausen do a five-knuckle shuffle, kind of,
Sure.
in a cape.
I think he has a lot of arthritis. He looks like he's in pain. I don't understand.
Yeah, but I really have not seen much of anything as far
Okay.
as substantial wrestling.
Okay.
No.
That seems to be a major complaint that goes on, especially night one. People clocked it. It's like it's an hour something of wrestling. It's
For a
pretty
3
deep
hour,
in the,
right.
for a 4-hour show.
Wow.
But we'll get into some of that as we go along here. But we'll go match by match here.
Sure.
We'll blow by a couple of them on the quicker side.
For the sake of time.
So we had a night one. We had the Usos, Jay and Jimmy, and LA Knight versus the Vision, which consists of Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and IShow Speed.
The Vision is what they're called?
Yeah.
Logan Paul. So poor.
That was Seth Rollins' group.
Oh,
the Vision.
Got it.
And where you started having the lackeys and then they kicked Seth out.
Oh, I missed that.
Braun Breaker's in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Paul Heyman.
Right, Heyman. Yeah. Right.
On Ozempic is there. You won't even recognize
I kind of
him
feel
anymore.
bad for Austin Theory, but that's probably good for him, I guess.
Yeah, it's okay. He took the pin.
That's the thing is, it's like he's there to like be the wrestler among the YouTubers, I guess.
Well, again, Braun Breaker's in there.
Oh, right. Of course. Yeah.
And like this was one
Didn't
of
Braun murder IShow Speed at one point?
Yes.
How have they rectified that? Have they had a conversation? Was there an apology on air?
He's not hanging around them, seemingly,
Okay.
from what I've seen. It's
Sure.
like those are the guys.
Because I definitely feel like that's something that would have came up.
So there's a thing on a Raw where IShow Speed basically has a training montage and is able to pick up a bunch of wrestling within one training session.
Sure.
So initially,
Well, he
when
probably
seeing
hung
it,
out
I'm
with-
like, oh, he's a civilian wrestling. Like, oh, nope, never mind. He's
Bad Bunny.
a bet. Yep.
One of the greatest wrestlers of all time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just can do all the moves and everything. It's like, oh, that's disappointing. It was a fine, fun opener. The fact that LA Knight beat Austin Theory in the finish is immediately eclipsed by Logan Paul turns on IShow Speed.
Okay.
Everything ends up turning around where after that, then they lay out Logan Paul and then IShow Speed does a crazy from the top turnbuckle. Logan
Table.
Paul's on the table
Right.
on the outside, and then he does a splat. I don't fucking remember.
Whatever.
He does a thing they showed a million times, and you're like, yeah, there was a match,
Right.
and LA Knight won.
Good job, LA Knight. You finally got a WrestleMania victory.
But we're gonna see this match. We're gonna see IShow Speed versus Logan Paul in a thing later. So
And is the idea that people are supposed to root for IShow Speed?
yeah, because he
Okay.
was picked on
Oh, okay.
by a richer white guy. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, IShow Speed is the sympathetic one in this amongst two people I don't sympathize with.
WrestleMania.
Mania, baby.
Remember how much we complained about Snooki? I miss that. I miss when Snooki was the guest.
I wish you would try this jump that IShow
Honestly,
Speed did.
Snooki doing a cartwheel into the corner and us being like, oh, come on, what are we doing? You know what? I would take that back in a moment at this point.
So this is one of
You
the
never know how good it is until you don't have it.
this is one of the examples amongst the show that entrances are long and extravagant for some people. I don't think for this match so much, but the antics post match go
Okay.
for a long time. This was a 7-minute match, but all the shit afterwards was, I don't know, felt like another at least 7 minutes.
Right.
So that's eating up in this time frame of the commercials were an issue for a lot of people, but different feeds show different commercials.
Like
There's
meaning
one version
actual
of it
30-second commercial.
where on Netflix, or if you're watching it through VPN, which the movie theater did, by the way, which was super fucking weird. It was through Netflix,
They
which
didn't-
means
they-
it's on a VPN.
Right. They don't have ESPN Unlimited.
Yeah, I guess so.
Maybe that was
So
the
that's
delay.
why you need to be a
No, that was why they went dark at first, because they were like, I thought this was available on ESPN Plus. We have the Hulu, ESPN Plus, Disney's Plus
They had
subscription.
to sign up in that moment. Like
They didn't know.
get the AMC VPN.
The same thing that happens to
And
everybody
someone's
else.
like, that's too many letters. So there was the Hogan documentary on Netflix is like one feed that people got and were sick of because it was shown. Many different parts of the documentary were shown, and then it repeats at one point. So they got bombarded with that. When I watched it night one at Warzeka's, we're just seeing like a bunch of different commercials
Right. Like non-wrestling commercials. Commercial commercials.
with a countdown.
so that you know how long you have.
Yeah, it was generally like 4 minutes, and it's like, cool, get up, snack, chat, whatever. That transitionally flew by. Like, didn't add to any boredom, didn't add anything. Like, because a timer is just so helpful.
It's a TV commercial.
Yeah.
Like, you're used to, like, all right, it's a commercial break. Like, I know what this is. And having a countdown makes me know that I have this much time. Yeah.
Yeah. And then when we're watching night 2, it's the Hogan documentary and stuff. No countdown. And you're going, all right, well, can I go? Can I go get snacks, or could I run right now? So I can see the unease of, like, either you don't give a shit about it, or it's just not clear of when is my show going to start again.
Right.
So then we get into the second match, Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre, and something that when I initially heard about it, I was like, this is one of the dumbest fucking things I've heard of for WrestleMania. It was an unsanctioned match at WrestleMania.
Jacob Fatu versus who?
Drew McIntyre.
McIntyre in an unsanctioned match at Mania. And it's not the last match, not like a lights out match.
It's number 2.
Number 2 unsanctioned.
Yeah,
at WrestleMania.
Biggest event.
Yeah,
sell the most tickets.
Hey, we know
expensive.
that. Yeah, we know that this is in the giant arena, but there's nothing we could do here.
Hands off. We don't want to sign off on any of this. Like,
we didn't sanction it, but we do own it, and you can't pay for it for free. And first off, any unsanctioned match on any pay-per-view or PLE is bullshit,
unless it's like the end,
right? Yeah,
and you're
lights out action,
treating to cut the feet or something. It's like, have any type of match. And if you want to escalate later, do an unsanctioned, like,
call it a street fight. Call it Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
Unsanctioned was always so silly to me. Because, by the way, is the ref there?
Yeah. And so are all the advertisements.
What's he doing?
They didn't cover him up.
What is he doing? He has no jurisdiction.
He's got his arms crossed. He's going,
can't do nothing about this.
I don't sanction any of
this. Did they consistently say he's only there to count the pin on commentary like every 20 seconds?
Maybe.
Because that's what they used to do all the time.
They can play commentators through a movie theater's speakers, and I still ignore them.
Who were the commentators for Mania?
Michael Cole and Wade Barrett.
All right, I like Wade. I like Wade a lot, and I don't hate Michael like you do. But after 4 hours of 2 nights, I could see why it's problematic.
And Michael Cole has a really horrible tendency, even during fucking Mania, where he'll just make the dumb little side jokes about crew members or something, or like cut down a moment.
Oh, really? Interesting.
I'm just like, didn't you have one of those? Or, that's a cameraman stew. Like, all right, this is someone's big, gigantic thing.
Right. And you're talking.
It's Mania, and that's now just on the broadcast for all the time.
That, right, sure.
So
yeah, Mania, maybe not the time for that.
Yeah. But it was fine. Like, it was, they did some wacky shit, but it didn't go on too long. Again, this was 14 minutes, and they broke a Slim Jim table and hit each other with a couple things, and it was fine.
Right.
Brie Bella. Oh, okay. Here we go. This is a fatal 4-way tag team match.
The 4 women's
for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. So, Irresistible Forces, Nia Jax and Lash Legend, who were dressed up as Demolition, but in white. And they had Demolition there at ringside. And they cut to them, and Axa does like he has this reaction of like, all right, that's kind of hot sort of face. And Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss.
Okay.
Bayley and Lyra Valkyria versus Brie Bella and an injured Nikki Bella.
She's real life injured or kayfabe injured?
Real life injured and needs a replacement partner. And it had gotten out of who the replacement partner was going to be. Any clue of who it was?
It was, who were the two?
It was the Bella twins.
I'm trying to think
who could replace Nikki Bella.
I'm trying to think of whether it was they grabbed someone from their era.
Nicholas, the very child who won the tag team titles.
Nicholas Bella? I don't know who it could be. Natalia rather. Sorry, whatever her name is, Natalia.
Like a friend of yours, Natalie?
My friend Natalie.
Paige.
Oh, that's fun.
She's never wrestled in all this time, so she's back. And meanwhile,
for the first time in WWE. No,
it was the same thing with
the return to wrestling
with Punk later, where it's like they acknowledge all these title runs, and it's like, yeah, and then he was kind of gone for a while and didn't win any titles anywhere else, and then he showed up at WWE again. Paige returned.
I'm trying to find just like the WrestleMania photos.
Look
on
up
WWE.
Irresistible Forces.
I know. I was trying to find.
WrestleMania.
Usually they do like here's the night one photo album, and I was going to click through it.
Yeah, Google will probably show you.
All right. Irresistible Force
says.
Now I have to spell things.
WrestleMania. Did you put in WrestleMania?
Yeah. Oh, I wrote Mania.
What? Come on, don't mess with Google like that. It's your friend. Images. Click images.
Oh, all right. I was trying to make it easier on myself because I knew I wasn't going to find what I need in the image search.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, see, it doesn't work. Images doesn't work. You got to go right to WWE. Here we go. Nope, that's not it. WWE.com used to be so helpful. Not so much.
You just don't have Google foo.
Let's see. Let's go to past 24 hours instead. Now let's do images. Nope, still no. Oh, wait, there it is. Is that it?
Yep.
All
that's
right.
it.
That's a terrible low res photo.
Yeah, that's all they could fit on the internet.
Blurry. Is that what it actually looked like? They were actually blurry in real life.
They were super low res in real life, yeah. It was a shame.
I mean, it is kind of a cool vibe. The helmets are fun. The fit masks are fun.
This was a match that had a fucking extravagant entrances and costumes. This was like eating into it. And when everybody has it, it's just not fucking special. Like Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, one was a butterfly and one was a fucking moth. And it's like,
wait, really?
Yeah.
A moth and a butterfly?
Yeah. And I'm really undercutting it. I'm really undercutting all the extravagant costumes and everything that went into it. But it's like,
that has become
Alexa
a part
Bliss,
of Mania. Like your Mania outfit is, I get it. It's part of it.
Again,
but when
not
you have
everyone.
But when you have 8 women all coming out.
When there's 13 matches total and all these people, sometimes it's just cool to have a little something.
Right.
Like Jacob Fatu had some, like this kind of a tactical thing. There's a werewolf mask like hanging off his back. It's like, yeah, you got a couple extra cool shit. Like that's fine.
Right.
But the fucking butterfly and moth, where you're going out there and you're going, you're wearing all this shit for maybe 3 minutes. And you're taking it off. It's not incorporated in your gear really at all. Then you got a bunch of paint on you. Like the paint and costume part that's elaborate and can distinguish you amongst other people in a match in a stadium. Okay, that makes sense. But when we have to endure this and everyone's complaining of match time, well, it's because everyone's getting a fucking elaborate, goofy ass entrance.
Right.
Rather than,
I think honestly, the reality is the wardrobe is not the problem. It's the fucking time dedicated to it.
Yes,
that's the problem.
Yeah,
because if it was just get on with it, and also when the ramp is that long,
yeah,
start the next person,
or you get the carts. You got to get the
carts back.
Yeah,
the little pushy carts.
You got to move them along. So
I do love.
I'm fine with the match times overall with these matches. Where people were complaining about that, and I understand. We live in the commercial era of WWE. Like you're not getting rid of that. That's not going away.
No, not at all.
It's it's all the pomp and circumstance that you got to like fucking deal with and sit through. And sometimes it works, and sometimes it's just too much.
Right.
But that match, your favorite fucking thing in the world happened, Jake.
Which is that? I like a lot of things.
This is one of your favorites of all things.
Okay. Oh wait, fatal 4-way match. So only 2 women. 4-way. Only 2 women are legal?
No, this turned out that a member of each team is all legal at the same time.
So four
active ladies,
but they have to tag their own partner.
I don't know because it was just chaos.
You couldn't tag another person.
I think they could only tag their own person.
Okay.
Because there were 4, but you have tag team champions, Irresistible Forces.
Okay.
Versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, established tag team.
Right.
And Bayley and Lyra Valkyria, established tag team.
And the non-tag team of Nikki Bella and Paige.
So who won?
Nikki Bella and Paige.
That's right. It's like
because any 2 single stars, even if one of them was formerly a tag team, any 2 single stars can beat any established tag team at any night of the week ever.
I tried to justify it.
Oh, well, technically Charlotte and Alexa are kind of, I mean, I know that right now they're tag team.
Yeah, they've been a tag team for a while.
I know, but I guess they break the mold because they've been long enough.
Well, they're a butterfly and a moth. So
can I take a guess at who was who?
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to say Charlotte was the butterfly.
You're right.
Oh my God.
And you can see footage of Ric Flair crying in a bar, watching his daughter on screen.
Drunk, yelling at the people who work at the bar. Do you know who I am?
That's shortly afterwards, I'm sure. I tried to
By the way,
justify
it's
it.
really frustrating that I can't find photos on this website. I apologize. Now I've gotten dedicated. Like, it used to be so easy.
Well, yeah, but what if you just click on, if you find that match when
I can't
when
even
scrolling
find
to
that
the
match.
site?
Like, you are
Night one.
you just have to go to, like, there's no night one option, right?
Mania highlights and results. There are those two things I see there on the side. Is
What?
that for?
Where do you see that? Mania highlights?
Yeah,
The
there's
results.
that.
That's just for this.
Okay,
Isn't it?
Go down more then. Walking Jake through
This is Complete Sunday.
internet. It also had a list of superstars that were up on the
Superstars?
that were up on the
Easy for
right there.
Tamina to
Are they
say.
in there?
No, but this is night 2 only.
Oh, we should look at night one.
That's what I was trying to do. That's what I was trying to explain. All
You're
right,
making it so hard.
so Paige is a champion in WWE again.
Yeah, much like how she debuted. That when Paige shows up, they go, "Well, just make her champion immediately. No chases, no anything." She's just that. Crowd reacted really big to her. It was nice to see, and it is funny where it's like a bunch of people just don't know that she was somewhere else for a while.
Right.
Legit, like she's back.
back.
She's never wrestled since.
She looks so different. It's weird when you don't see somebody go through the changes and you just see them and then all of a sudden they're different again because they've never been in the public eye ever since.
And then she probably walked backstage with the title, and they went, "We're gonna take that. We don't want you making any videos with this."
Did they mention her and Punk being on Fox? What
and
was that
Punk
show?
shows up before
Backstage?
she does.
Right. Oh yeah, that's right. Who'd have fucking guessed?
Yeah, that's super weird. I don't know. If you're asking me what commentary said, I don't know. So that was an 8-minute match. Then we had Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. AJ Lee win as the champ. This was another entrance where it's like, this is very sweet, but it's weird. Becky came out. Oh, that one was funny because she had a band, and I wasn't familiar with the song because I just haven't seen a lot of Becky stuff recently, so I don't know if it's a different song or what. But when Becky came out, the singer is standing there. The music hits, it goes, and then the fucking singer leaps at the microphone because it already started playing, and he was off in his lip sync.
Perfect.
And that was great for him to be like, I'm totally on board.
No notes.
Right. Oh, it was so good. That is a highlight that you got to see for sure. AJ Lee's entrance involves, I don't know, 20 children all dressed up as her, skipping down the ramp with her, all with Intercontinental Championships.
Like the official kind, not the toy kinds.
Yes. So when there's too many fucking titles in wrestling and they all have them coming down in the ramp, it's a bit much because you look and you go, Becky, just knock one of those kids over and take their title. Like, you're good.
What are we going to know?
You're fine.
Like taking candy from a baby, or better yet, like taking a belt from a baby.
And it was a bummer because one of the kids, so there's like, 15, 20 kids that come out and like fill up the ramp. And then there's, I'd say 5 that then come out with AJ. So whether there's a special relationship in there or like they have minutes to live, I don't know. One of them is super tiny and then immediately freaks out, doesn't make it past a certain marker.
Okay.
Is hanging up by the place where like they just come out.
Right.
And then you see her like freak out and run off.
Oh, she had such a bad day.
She had such a bad day, and AJ doesn't know it. She's wrangling all the other kids and doing all the stuff, but doesn't know where like the tiniest one.
She's not familiar with No Child Left Behind.
Yeah, she left one behind. She left an Intercontinental Champion behind.
She lost her child.
Yeah.
She lost a child.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So that was also a bit much. It's like, this is cute. They all didn't need titles. That was a little weird.
Yeah, or they could have had the little kid ones that they sell at the Kmarts that don't exist anymore.
And then still take them back and sell them at the Superstore.
Well, each kid could have signed it, and then you could have bought one that's signed from a champion.
Oh, wait, who the fuck is this? Who's Jennifer? Wrestling Jennifers? I thought this was a great match. This felt like a WrestleMania match that I thought they just really gelled together. Like it was a solid story. Becky ends up getting the win in a pretty creative way. There was an ongoing story with the referee that the referee's just kind of been problematic for Becky.
Oh, okay.
And all their encounters.
So, I found some photos. It's this ref with the
Jessica
handsy ref.
Jessica
I call her.
Carr, I want to say is her name.
Sounds right.
Um, and it was a very unique and fun finish that wasn't just like a roll up or an eye poke. It was Becky got the best of everyone. Like she fucked over the referee a little bit. She fucked over AJ, ends up winning the title. And it was like, oh, this was well done all around. Like no notes except for a child that's missing in the stadium somewhere. Just really solid. Another 8-minute match. Then we get into other weird territory where it was Gunther versus Seth Rollins.
But by the way, before you move on to the next match, I just want to let you know. So I've still been trying to search stuff on the website, and Alex just messaged me with photos. John Cena hosts WrestleMania 42 Saturday, and I've already seen this, and it's just photos of that one segment. That's the extent. It's that and Bianca Belair announcing that she's preggers.
Yes.
Anyways. And then it says there's a related galleries button. Yeah, it is. And when I click on it, it's like best WrestleMania photos through the years.
I'm sorry you have no Google food today.
It really, well, I found this, FTW.USA today, which FTW, I guess, is a new indie company. I don't know.
For the win.
And there's some photos on here, so this is good enough for me.
Gunther versus Seth Rollins in a match that shouldn't have been, because everything was building to Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker. Both guys ended up getting hurt.
And especially if they turned on Seth.
Yes. The major story was all there for this to happen at Mania.
And they just abandoned it.
Well, both guys had gotten hurt, and they weren't sure if they're going to be medically cleared, but ended up both being medically cleared.
Okay.
And they still didn't just run with it last minute, like, even though they did this match
for their respect,
last minute. Right. So we have just a no story anything for this. There's like a little bit where they add of something where Gunther and Heyman have an interaction. It's like, you owe me a favor if I fucking take out this guy, but not career on the line, even though everything has been about Gunther has ending careers. It says everywhere, career killer.
Right.
And, like, what a bummer. And the consensus was like, this will be a really solid match. Just wish there was anything behind this.
Right.
And, it was a really solid match. These two are going to deliver.
Like for all, specifically your shortcomings that you think Seth Rollins has.
Yes.
I've never, like, the guy's always been very technically proficient, and he's got really good ring psychology.
Well, I would certainly argue that in this match, like, he's good, but he was consistently going toe to toe and everything with Gunther. And I'm like, this is inappropriate for the career killer, for this type of monster.
He didn't play the underdog enough.
Everything was if Gunther did it, Seth did it right back.
Oh,
I'm like, fucking just lay down for a little bit. Like, let Gunther
take a load off, bro.
Let Gunther have bested you some.
Right.
And I didn't think that played as well, but people loved it. Whatever.
And I love Gunther. Like, and I think he's just, I have not seen a Gunther match I think is a bad match. I've seen some that weren't great.
Yeah, they're kind of duds.
Yeah, but
him versus John Cena.
Right, exactly.
Your favorite match.
That's probably the worst one I've seen of his, and I still don't blame him for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But this ends up having, with that ramp, the guys that shows you how to do WrestleMania right when there's a big old fucking ramp, Braun Breaker shows up and just
Braun's down it.
Oh my God.
So
that guy's
fast.
so fun. That was the first thing where you go, kind of wish I was there live for that.
Did he show up during the match or post match?
During the
match, running in.
So Seth like does something to Gunther on the outside and is like cheering with Finn. And then there's an overhead shot, probably a drone, and you hear the crowd go like, oh God. Cause Braun's just fucking barreling down and he's coming after Seth and Seth doesn't know it. And then like the timing of it, just perfect. Seth turns, Braun fucking
grabs a spear,
spears him hard. And then he like kips up and it was just fucking great. And then Gunther takes advantage, ends up beating Seth. And you go, hey, this didn't happen in Mania, but we did it anyway. Right. There you go. Someday these two guys are going to really fight. But Braun that dude makes moments. He's so fucking good.
Yeah. I've come around, I've come around on him. Mm-hmm. At first I was just like, he's just like a big dumb guy. I don't care about wrestlers like this. But I feel like he came around. I really think it was like the heel turn. I mean, I know he was always sort of a tweenery kind of heel guy, but I think it was like that strong heel turn.
Don't like
post.
me.
Yeah, exactly. That I enjoyed that, but I still think the fans are just going to always like him. So I think
He's
that's
too impressive to not.
He reminds me of like he's Ryback, but if Ryback could capitalize on it. Remember like the hype of Ryback? Like,
yeah,
it feels like that, but it's like, oh, I feel like he could actually capitalize on that.
Yeah, he can go to that next level where Ryback's like, oh yeah, you're good here, but what's next?
You'll always be skipped to us.
Yeah. Slap your head more. That's not doing damage. We got Liv Morgan versus Stephanie Vakir for the Women's World Championship. Liv was just beat to shit. I don't know if you saw the clip of.
I haven't seen any clips. Nope.
Huge mouse on her head.
Oh, really?
So leading up to this, Stephanie McKeer does a backstage assault where she fucking rammed Liv into Roxanne Perez. She ends up getting the big welt on her head.
It's kind of great.
Because she didn't. Everything about it's like, what'd you do? You're a wrestler. You're supposed to be
Protect
wrestling.
Your face.
No, on Stephanie.
Oh, got it. Right.
Like you hit her into someone else's skull as hard as you could.
They like headbutted each other.
Like she clocked her in the back of the head to go into her.
Got it.
Where there's no sense of like,
you can't resist.
I'll come on you. I'll hit you gently because you don't know I'm coming. It's a blind bump.
Right. Yeah.
So it was rough. You hear their skulls crack against each other, and Liv is out there. She's got black eyes. She's got makeup on her. She's got like CM Punk eyes with just the big bags. Like she looks rough.
Looks like a junkie.
It looks rough. She does an entrance where she's whipping her head all around and dancing. That's super fucking weird. And you're like, is this a Vegas show? I guess. I'm uncomfortable. And you see her whipping her head all around and you're like, you were just in concussion protocol.
Right.
Christopher Nowinski is not having this. I think their match was fine. Liv ends up getting the win. Judgment Day members like celebrate with her.
Current.
And you look at her, you go
people
like,
who are still a part of it.
She's a fucking warrior. Like this had to be so fucking rough for her. John Cena was there. He had also had acknowledged at the beginning of the show saying like WrestleMania has a lot of controversy and we're gonna have surprises because we know not everybody's been happy. So it's still like the Triple H thing of like, hey, we know you're not happy, but if we acknowledge it, we're good, right?
Everything's okay as long as I say that it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can make a terrible joke in a movie script as long as right afterwards someone says that sounds like a terrible joke from a movie and then looks at the camera.
So Triple H is doing it again.
Guy.
He announces the attendance. Bianca Belair comes out in this extravagant gown that you see there, and then reveals that she's pregnant. And it's a very sweet moment, I think, for most. I thought it was a little weird when Dad's not around. And it feels...
I like the idea that John's pointing like, yeah, this might be mine. We don't know.
It feels like a wrestling angle. Like, hey, we're bringing back Taboo Tuesday. So 2 days from now, go on the site and vote for who you think the dad is.
Or who do you want the dad to be? And we'll write that into the storyline.
Is it Angelo Dawkins? Who's to say?
That's really funny.
So that just felt a little strange. Like, why not have the couple? Like they do acknowledge that they are
like, it is
a
different
fucking
when,
couple.
And when he's a wrestler, it's one thing if it's like, when it's someone's married to just a non-wrestler civilian person that we don't know. Yeah, okay, we get it. Like, but
it's let the couple have the moment. And yes, absolutely moms, and she's gonna be carrying the baby around and everything, but you also wonder for a moment, like, well, she's in the ring. Can she not be in the ring? Could we do this at the top of the stage? Because I feel like someone's going to come out and attack her.
Yeah, that ring is not steady ground.
Yeah, let's not do this. But it was a sweet moment. And then John making the acknowledgement of, well, I guess the WrestleMania attendance was wrong. And then adding one more.
Cute.
So, but very controversial. Cute. When does life begin? When you can attend WrestleMania?
The thing is that they charged her a ticket on the way out.
Oh my God, that's $30,000. And then the final match of the night, which has been all kinds of fucked with, which was on paper so good going in. Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. But if you have been following any of this or know about any of this, of Jelly Roll and Pat McAfee being added to the mix.
I saw that there was frustration on the Discord that this wasn't just like a good story about the two of them.
Nope. At no point did any video packages or they acknowledge that legacy really existed. They've known each other for 20 years.
Right.
But that wasn't part of it. Dusty Rhodes wasn't a part of it. It was just these two things. And then Randy Orton's calls to someone else saying there's more than one royal family in wrestling. And it ends up being Pat McAfee that comes out. And Pat McAfee is then the evil manager and gives one of the worst modern day promos that you've ever seen. It is so.
This isn't at Mania. This was in the
this
past
is a
couple weeks.
SmackDown.
So I
to
kind of want to watch it because it's so bad.
Yeah, it's
Like,
unbelievable.
I can't watch SmackDowns because they're not on Netflix. I don't know where to watch that.
I don't know.
Nope.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
The clips are online. Like,
Sure. Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah. At this point.
It's so fucking bad. People turn on it so hard. It makes no sense. There's no connectivity whatsoever. Then Jelly Roll gets in the mix, and you're like, this also doesn't make sense unless Cody Rhodes thinks he has a concussion. He's like, oh, that's my dad, right? It's a fat guy.
So the idea is that Jelly Roll's a good guy. He's in one corner. And,
Yep.
Right.
And then Jelly Roll's kind of not involved, but Pat McAfee still is. And it's everything about it's terrible. People aren't thrilled for it. McAfee comes out first. Orton comes out. Cody comes out. Yet another moment where there's so many shenanigans before the bell rings because Pat McAfee attacks Cody. This is not being added to the time of like,
sure, of course.
Hey, I only got this much wrestling. Like, yeah, but this fucking thing went on forever.
Right.
Of ultimately McAfee getting taken out, put through a table by Jelly Roll in a which elbow at WrestleMania was worse looking, Danhausen's or
really?
Jelly Roll's? Because they're both awful.
Interesting.
Or I guess Danhausen did the 5-knuckle shuffle, but they both look in pain and like had no enthusiasm on their face when doing it or intensity or anything. So McAfee gets stretched out and hardly sells, like is quick to give a thumbs up and middle finger. He gives the middle finger like all throughout the segment, all throughout coming out there. They do
McAfee
wide shots galore because they're like, well, we have to shoot around this, I guess. We can't use this footage. So then you're just left with, oh, now the two guys are going to wrestle.
Oh, the whole point of this. Great. Let's do the thing.
Because the short of this also, there's too much to cover to catch you up on, but the short of it is like Ari Emanuel and others have, it's come out that it's like they insisted for like a star bump and putting McAfee in this. And then later on in the show,
meaning WWE.
Yeah. It's like overriding Triple H, like what we've had with The Rock with Travis Scott, where it's like, hey, this needs to be injected into this. And the creative's like, we don't want that. And there's issues. And again, like,
and you got to assume that Orton and Cody, for where they are in their careers, they're just like, yeah, I think this is fucking stupid, but whatever you guys want.
Not really, because on the same night, Cody then is like goes out and does a promo about Pat McAfee's an awful addition to all of this. Punk is vocal everywhere. It's saying like McAfee's an awful addition to this.
Interesting.
So there's infighting amongst TKO and WWE, and not to say like Triple H is, fine in all this. He's doing plenty of dumb shit too. So it's pretty bad. But it's seemingly how he can just do the match without any of that stuff. Like he eliminated it.
Right.
We have the match. Match is going fine. But then at the end, McAfee runs down the ramp in a neck brace. Again, no selling. And tries to give Orton the pinfall. Doesn't count fast enough as like the referee gets knocked out. He is the ref. And then doesn't make it happen for Orton. Orton then RKO's Pat.
With the neck brace on.
Yep. And then Cody ends up getting the win because Orton took his eye off the prize. And then the weird part about this too was a stipulation is if Orton loses, McAfee's gone from wrestling forever. But then Cody ends up winning.
Okay.
So McAfee's not going to be gone, but Orton's mad at him.
Wait, but you just said if Orton loses, McAfee's gone forever.
So
if Cody wins, that means Orton. You just tried to do the whole thing where heads I win, tails you lose.
No, but Orton turns on him, so it's like why would he now? Like it's
like because all of a sudden he decided not to be friends.
Yeah, your own guy said like, "Well, I don't want you anymore." So that's a back out. Like it's an easy like, well, no, he basically fired me right beforehand. So why would I stick to the stipulation?
All right, that's not how contracts work. But okay.
Yeah, but there is no written contract.
Well, I mean,
it's a wrestling out
The
of it all.
kayfabe is that we're supposed that you have to assume if there's a stipulation that it's written into a contract for a match. They do the contract.
Yeah, but you'd also write
time.
you don't also attack me. If you attack me, it's null and
Unless,
void.
Right. Unless you lay hands upon thy face.
So this was unusual in that Cody wins, and then immediately afterwards, Orton attacks him.
Okay.
Takes the belt.
And Orton has been full heel this whole time.
I mean, no.
No? Oh, great.
No, again, super weird.
So, because Cody, at first I thought it was like a respectful, like, hey, you're my boy, but I'm coming for the title or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it's like.
Orton is initially a heel because he turns on Cody.
Right.
But the crowd cheers Orton.
Right, of course.
So then they add McAfee. It's like, oh, now it'll be booed. No, now they booed McAfee and they still cheer Orton.
Right.
Because I think what happened is, well, you fucked up Cena.
Right.
And that title run. So we'd like to see Orton reach that now. Cody's had the title. He finished the story. Like, cool. We'd like to see Orton be the greatest of all time now.
Let's
see that journey.
He can beat Cena's record.
And Orton then legit punted Cody. He hasn't done the punt forever. Has acknowledged, like, if I do it, I do it. Like, I can't fake it. And he fucked up Cody's face.
That's one photo I did see. I did see Cody's whole forehead busted open and his eye puffed
shut.
And yeah, I did see that one still.
So that's cool.
So that's cool.
So that was night one. We're obviously going to get that match again somewhere later. I thought that match was fine. Like bell to bell.
With the exception of with the two of them, wrestling was good.
Yes.
The extra bullshit was unnecessary.
They did the bullshit well. Eliminating McAfee from it, like, it felt very WWE.
Okay.
And all things like, yeah, this feels WrestleMania. It doesn't, it's a square peg in a round hole still, but you did that as well as you could.
Right.
McAfee selling and being good, he's awful at it. And then at the end, still felt appropriate of like, yeah, this fits all this. And if we're getting rid of McAfee, but goddamn, was this horseshoe in the worst way possible. Right. But again, this is half a show. So when people say like, oh, night one sucked, night one was terrible, it's like, yeah, you watched half a show.
Yeah. Right.
It's the first half of
WrestleMania.
The other half is supposed to be the better one because that's
the main events.
Yes.
Right.
So that complaint is always strange to me where it's, yeah, don't watch night one then. Watch night two where it's the good shit.
Right.
So night two, Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar on a phone looked great. Looked fucking epic, I suppose. These two guys
two big boys for sure.
It was cool
Spectacle.
That it was just straight up them. There wasn't elaborate things to them. Like, it wasn't necessary. It's two epic fucking giants that are just going to clash.
Right.
That they didn't need a band. They didn't need a this.
Right.
It's just come out and fucking go at it.
That's the sort of thing where I assume like the "This is awesome" chant happens before they lock up. Because it's just simply that, like,
it's WrestleMania.
I can't believe these two dudes who are both these big monsters, the old guy and the young guy. It's just one of those. Maybe it's not quite Rock Hogan, obviously, but it has that vibe. It's that vibe of like, oh shit, we're going to see this.
I didn't know this was a dream match because I just learned about this one guy.
Yep.
And then could the young lion take down the old lion?
Right.
Fucking cool. Heyman came out with Lesnar. Hard hitting. Lesnar. I'll never stop saying it. Lesnar's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And Oba defeats Brock. Oba like takes the win. People were going nuts. Brock sits in the ring. It's a little long. You're wondering what's going on. He starts taking off his gloves. And then people were like, what
is he doing?
What the fuck? Like, why? This is it? He's retiring? Takes off the boots. He's showing emotion. He's showing fucking range.
Crying.
Heyman starts crying. They embrace in the ring. Lesnar leaves all the stuff there. When he starts clapping hands with people, like shaking hands and like slapping high fives, I'm like, oh my God, it must be
real.
over. Like,
right, yeah.
Brock is like showing gratitude and saying thank you to fans. They're saying thank you, Brock, and he's like right back. It's an amazing performance by Brock. But obviously a lot of speculation and people going like, by the time it's released, there's a storyline with Gunther being out of favor by Heyman. SummerSlam's in Minneapolis. Like, no. This is really good storytelling, but Gunther and Brock seems like
there's something happening here.
There's something else here. Like, Brock just doesn't end up and leaving. But man, does it cause buzz.
I mean, this would be, I don't know that it would be the greatest feud ever, because I think they're both, I don't know, maybe they'd have chemistry, but like it could also just lead to a nice feud between Oba and Gunther, because Gunther's like, I'm angry at you because you took something from me.
Sure.
I wanted to be the one to end his career. And like that could just be a launching point for them. And then if Brock comes back, whatever, but
Warzeka had a really great theory too of like, how many guys can you retire and take out of the system before someone isn't? Like,
right.
So saying if he takes Brock out, right? If Gunther takes Brock out and then he sets his sights on Oba, where it's like, I've taken all these legends out and I'm going to take you out before you even become somebody big.
Right.
And Oba stops Gunther to then like ease the, oh shit. All right. Well, I didn't take him seriously or something. So he can backpedal a little bit. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. So Oba can be, he overshot.
Right.
Which is a fun idea. Then we get into the ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship.
Not the Money in the Bank match is what it feels like.
That's right. This was, there's sponsorships galore, obviously, and all this shit too. But this one was Mortal Kombat 2.
Okay. So were they all dressed like Mortal Kombat characters?
Only one of them was.
Oh.
Ray decided to go with Deadpool this year. Rey Mysterio, Rusev, JD McDonough, Dragon Lee, Javon Evans, who I think you'll think is fucking a blast. He's super fun.
Is that this guy?
Yes. And Penta. Penta is dressed as Shao Kahn.
Yeah, okay.
And it was
they even put the logo up behind him during his entrance.
Yeah, and whether this gets edited down because he had trouble with his mask.
Oh no.
Like his big helmet mask. So I don't know if he knows the red light is on, but he's like holding it and trying to adjust it. And it's like, no, dude, you're on.
We're on. You can do the dance.
And then as he's walking down, he's like holding it by the chin.
It was something like rocking back and forth and shit.
Yeah,
it looks cool, but it looks clunky.
You get a couple of moments where it's like, it looks awesome. They're shooting in that 8K,
the stills,
8K footage.
Yeah, the stills are great.
Oh yeah. But it's not as smooth as you want it to be. You're like, oh, that's too bad.
This is his Deadpool outfit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure.
You can tell by the belt buckle because I was confused.
Oh yeah, no, definitely belt buckle. Could have been a Night Thrasher.
I gotta say, for as much as I don't care for like, hey, we're gonna do extra garbage matches at WrestleMania with multi-man, and here's Rey Mysterio, so we're gonna try and hurt him and break his knees.
This was fun.
This was not only very fun, it felt streamlined. They did a couple of dumb, crazy things, but it was like one per person.
Right.
And just enough, and they moved on.
Felt
they
like
didn't do
like a ladder match of yesteryear.
Yeah.
We talked about this recently when we watched, was it one with Sean? We watched a ladder match. Was it Sean Batiste?
Sean Jericho?
Sean Jericho, maybe. Yeah,
and it gets knocked out.
And it was just like,
sorry, too soon.
I don't remember if that's what. But anyways, we watched them, and I remember thinking like, oh, this is just like they're just getting to it, and it doesn't seem like they're trying everything. They're just escalating until it's over. And I feel like that's the lost art of these sort of ladder matches and table matches and of the sorts, TLCs.
Yeah, there was one or two spots that were like, this is pretty gutsy and dumb, and everything went right. There was no moments in this entire match or
I just saw the Capital One logos on the turnbuckles in the photo. And they didn't even just put the Capital One logo. They put
a sticker
in a green or in a blue square. Sorry. But yeah, you're saying things went well.
Everything went as well as it possibly could. Nothing was wonky or botchy. Couple of cringy things, sure, but it felt like that was the one. Maybe a guy took two things that was a little bit dangerous or something. But one of the more impressive ladder matches overall that everyone got a moment and doesn't feel like it's totally lost. That you go, I don't remember. They did so many things. I don't know. You might forget a couple of them, but very streamlined for modern day ladder matches.
How did JD do with that giant head up on that ladder? That's a center of gravity. That's just way off.
His head would just like fall back
like an infant.
And then he's like, I can't see the belt that I'm trying to grab. Penta retained, which was also
fun,
nice and surprising, where it's not just, well, it's anybody can win, so somebody else did win.
This is there so that Penta doesn't have to lose. Like that's what they tend to feel like.
And then next up, so many wonderful things about this next match that I can't sing its praises enough. Trick Williams with Little Yachty
Lil Yachty. That's a rapper. I know that name.
Yep. Versus Sami Zayn, who held the United States Championship.
I love Sammy.
Trick Williams is another one that it's like, I'm really liking this dude. Trick Williams is fucking great. He has an elaborate WrestleMania entrance, and it feels correct.
Okay.
He's fighting for a title. He's an up-and-coming guy.
Intimidation tactics for Sammy, Sammy never gets a big elaborate entrance. You know what I mean? Like that's his whole thing is that he's not elaborate. That's Sami Zayn's brand.
Like, that's great. He's also a champion. So doesn't need it.
Right.
Trick Williams has this fucking train that goes on forever. Like he rises up from this box. He's showcased on it. He's like all in white, and it's like you just look and go, that guy's a fucking star. Like any casual fan would be like, holy shit, look at that guy. As he walks, the train is exposed and like just keeps going.
Interesting.
And going as he walks down the ramp, and they get all these overhead shots.
Oh yeah, look at that.
And it's fucking rad. It's just super cool. And you're really like, cool. This guy's money, this guy's cool.
Yeah.
And Lil Yachty, the rapper, is hyping him up. And you're getting the feeling.
Oh my God. You're not wrong. That thing is enormous. It keeps going and going and going. That's fun.
And the vibe is with Lil Yachty that they do, which is unlike any of the shit that you've seen recently, is Lil Yachty wants to be near Trick Williams. Not what we've been enduring of all the wrestlers want to be with the celebrity.
Right.
This is the flip of like...
This is not Damian Priest lingering on Bad Bunny like a fucking hemorrhoid.
You wrestle. I'm watching you.
Yeah. That's cool. I like
don't know
that. That's
what
a great
producer,
take. That's a really good take.
Agent did this, but they got it right. So Lil Yachty's like hyping him up, wanting to be with him, like doing a song and all that. And then he's ringside for Trick Williams.
Right.
As the match is going along, stuff's happening and everything. Sammy's like turning heel.
Oh, interesting.
Fans are all about the new upcoming guy, but Sammy's done stuff recently.
But
with tactics
into this, he's still a babyface. It's still two good guys in this match, in theory, at the start of it.
It's like Trick is turning as well. Trick is like, he's been kind of the bad guy, but it's like crowd's taken to him.
Right, sure.
And it's like,
with an entrance like that, too.
And it's occurring too, where you're like, this guy's just cool. He's still remaining himself.
Right.
And Sammy's being a dick lately.
Right.
And Sammy at one point sees Lil Yachty, who's like, come on, Trick, you got this. Come on. He's out on the apron.
Kicks him.
And Sammy goes and fucking beats him up.
I love it. Great. Good job.
Unwarranted. Like Lil Yachty didn't do anything to deserve that.
You know,
and
you know what I love hearing about that is I don't think we've ever done a better heel or face for Sami Zayn, have we?
I don't think
so. But we've talked about Kevin Owens a lot.
Yeah.
And they obviously are intrinsically tied forever as friends and rivals and teammates and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I think that the thing that I've always disliked about Sammy as a heel is
not paranoid enough.
They only ever play him as the weaselly heel.
Yes.
And I think he has something better in him, because when he's a like, you can't put me down good guy, babyface, where you just can't beat him, he has that fire.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's intimidating. That's like a cool, intimidating fucking hero characteristic.
Mm-hmm.
Relay that to just like someone who's mean, the way Kevin Owens is as a heel. I think he has that, but we've never seen that out of him.
True.
His heels have always just been like, it's not fair.
Yeah.
Ooh, don't punch me.
Conspiracies.
Yeah, whatever the bits are.
And it's great. He's done that.
Oh, he's
exceptionally well.
Great at the things, but I think this is a different flavor.
It's another level now. So he beats up Lil Yachty.
I love hearing you say Lil Yachty, by the way.
He beats him up, and it's like, that was like, hey, you didn't have to do that.
Right.
Like,
he wasn't doing nothing.
He was just there. He was there for support.
He didn't hit him first. He's just a manager. You just attacked civilians.
Little Yachty didn't do fucking over the top extravagant moves to everyone and then just walk away. It's fine. It's like,
so wait, are you telling me
that's a civilian you just beat up?
Are you telling me that after this happened, he didn't hit a Yachty destroyer?
He did not. So then I'm trying to remember the specifics exactly. I didn't make any notes or anything, but there is a moment where Little Yachty recuperates. Wish he sold a little bit. That's the one grip I'll give him.
Yeah.
It's like he eventually just got all of his hit points back. He took a HP potion.
Sure.
And sees an opening to fuck Sammy back. Like to take advantage. He does something, and then Trick takes advantage immediately afterwards after Sammy gets attacked, and then goes for the pin. Doesn't work.
Nice.
Yet another, like, the celebrity didn't cause the win. Like,
Right.
it wasn't enough.
Right.
And now you're going like, well, I don't know if Trick's going to beat him now. Like,
Right.
that
might have been
that
the
was the
best.
opportunity.
Yeah.
Trick ends up winning on his own.
Oh, interesting.
So it's shortly thereafter where it's like that Trick takes advantage of a moment and beats Sammy on his own merit. Little Yog comes in and again is like, I'm with the fucking champ. Like, this is great. This guy's the guy. I'm telling you, everything about it was that's the moment where as you go through the photos, the attack, it's exactly what I certainly want out of my celebrity WrestleMania moments and matches. I think it was just done to perfection. I hope they go forward looking at this as the model of
as the way to incorporate the celebrity.
Yes. And the superstar, because it's all about the superstar. It was all about Trick Williams at the end of this. Unlike earlier in night one where it's like LA Knight won, but that's not the story.
Right.
It's I Showed Speed is the story.
So
much for LA Knight.
I'm sad that Sammy lost because I love Sammy and I don't want to boo him, but I like that he's doing something different.
But he put over a guy.
He's doing something different. Yeah,
big.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
and then it was your favorite wrestler ever after that, it looks like.
Sure was. Dominic Mysterio.
I'm sorry. I meant to say Lin-Manuel Miranda's favorite wrestler ever.
Lin McMahon Miranda did the voiceover for the show. Versus the Demon, Finn Balor, because we're going to try it again. Because it works so well every time.
All right. So I did catch.
In a street fight.
I think it was. I don't know if it was a podcast. Something came across the feed as I was scrolling through. It was a clip, and it was like, it sounded like McAfee, but I guess it wasn't if he's not doing commentary shit right now. It was somebody, and it was just them saying, like, the thing is, when Finn taps into that demon, that other side of him, he is unstoppable. And all I could think of was, like, every time he's lost.
And also, why wouldn't you fucking tap into him more than
all the time?
Idiot.
It's one of those things where I'm just like, it's just the Fiend all over again. It's like, look at this monster and beaten. Look at he's tapping it and beaten. But he's done the thing you can't beat and beaten. It's just, you've trained us that this means nothing. I'm sure the entrance was fun. I'm a sucker for the demon. I do like the demon.
Sure.
But it doesn't mean anything to me anymore other than looks cool.
I had some choice jokes.
Yeah.
Just like, I also didn't appreciate as much Boogeyman ripoffage as he was doing.
Oh, interesting.
He had a stick and there was a heart and I'm like, get out of here. And then the announcers laid out during this one and it just made it funnier. Because as much as there's those crescendos in the song and the lights, right? Like the moments in between where you look at Finn and you really look at Finn and he's got a stick. He's like, and there's just so much of it.
He looks
and
just
that
like
ramp is so fucking long.
Like a low-level Urukai from fucking Lord of the Rings.
It's like a cosplayer in like a D&D thing out. He's LARPing. And
I mean, isn't that what all wrestling is?
No.
All wrestling is LARPing.
It can be hidden with other stuff or someone talking over it. But when it's just silence, he's going, all right, just get in the ring, will you? But people love it. People are excited about it. Dominic played it up as much as he could. Like, I'm scared by this.
Right.
Sure.
This guy used to be a friend, but not this version of him.
Yeah. We used to play video games backstage. Now he painted himself. So again, because he's not this all the time and because he doesn't tap into it. And I think he's also a terrible actor when there are moments of a pretty solid logistic night of wrestling. And then occasionally he kicks out of something or something major happens and it's like, oh, the demon's awoken. Like, all right. He just has fucking pain on him. Like now he's fine.
So you didn't buy what they sold.
It was hard for me, but again, a lot of people were into it and dug it, and he ends up beating Dominic Mysterio. And I had kind of forgotten my time frame was off, and I go, "Oh shit, he's in a Intercontinental Championship now." All right, well, that's a lot of steps backward. And Mark goes, "No, that was a ladder match." Oh wait, so Dom doesn't have it? No. Oh, so he just beat him for nothing? Yeah. Oh, okay.
There you go.
All right.
Not a step backwards. Technically, always a step forward. Maybe. Just a win's a win.
Or a sidestep. Yeah. But Judgment Day stuff like, all right, fine. A variation in all of it. Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill for the WWE Women's Championship. Jade did not have the Weather Channel introduction that she had last year, but instead she came out with the endorsement of Liquid Plumber as she was a hair clog. I don't know what the fuck that was. She
I
dropped
like
it pretty quick.
Well, yeah, because you can't move in that. She looks like a space. She looks like space. She's like a galaxy.
She looks like an odd number Star Trek movie. There you go. I don't like it. She wasn't an even Star Trek.
You're aware of the theory.
Oh yeah, it's not a theory. It's fucking proven.
There's one even that I don't mind. I forget.
No, the evens are the good ones.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's one odd I don't mind. Then I can't remember which one it was.
Probably the first.
Might be the first one. It might be the first one. I don't know. It's been a while. All right. So Drano Max or Liquid Plumber, whichever one you
I go Liquid
prefer.
Plumber.
Liquid Plumber. You love
straight to the point.
You love spelling words without e's in them.
Yeah. Versus Rhea Ripley, and this was one.
God, Jade is just a fucking star. She just looks. Opening attire aside, she's a fucking star.
Yeah, and you're wondering in this match, like, all right, we've seen so many Jade matches where
wrestling's not there,
or you just do too much. Like,
right.
Everything was good, and then they decided to do 3 or 4 more things that just went too far, and then timing and everything goes off, and it's like she can't handle it. It exposes, and it's a bummer.
Right.
Rhea looks fucking amazing. Jade looks amazing, and they have a straight up logical match where Rhea just can't quite take advantage power wise over Jade.
Right. Rhea looks like she's lost a little weight in this photo.
No one can see what you're talking about.
I know. It's like a photo of a child dressed like Rhea, and she's really cute. She's like 8.
That could just be a British person.
Is that Paige?
Yeah, that's Paige. It's looking good. And it's a very simple story, and they pull it off great. Good. And it's fucking solid, and it's really good. Jade does basic moves to start, like she hits her with a body slam. You're like, fucking A, that looked rad. She does it with a running power slam. Looks fucking great. It's rad. And Rhea just can't quite capitalize. They're doing a bit of the back and forth, but it's really good because, again, it's like 2 titans going at it. And then shenanigans.
Oh, shenanigans start.
And if it were better players.
Who-nanigans? She-nanigans.
It's Jade has a couple of I don't know what they're, let's call them minions. So it's Michin and B-Fab.
Okay.
Because I wasn't aware, and I was like, what the fuck is happening? Where are they there? Are they sabotaging this match? So they try to take out Rhea, and they're just not on the same level. They're just really not. And it's a shame because when you're dealing with Wrestlemania caliber, and then you see them come out and you're like, they don't match up with this. What's going on?
Right.
And then Io comes out, which also felt weird. And I get there's a connection between them.
Io as a friend of Rhea.
Yes.
Right.
Because the other girls are fucking with Rhea, and then Io wasn't there. She didn't show up right away. Like she doesn't show up when they show up.
Right.
She's like, hold on, I'm finishing my sandwich. Is Rhea fine? No, you should get out there. Well, hold on, I got like 3 more bites.
No, the problem was she put on this beautiful white outfit, Io, but then she leaned in that pink wet paint, and she didn't see the wet paint sign.
Well, the other problem is anytime Io moves or jumps a little bit, she's trying to prevent her tits from flying out. She's constantly grabbing her top.
Right, yeah.
Which is also hilarious. So also the girls are so bad. They get, not Io in this, but the girls like try to attack Rio, and the ref looks directly at him, and it doesn't even come across as the good moment of like, you got caught red-handed.
Right.
They were trying to do it, but stopped themselves until the ref looked.
Oh, right.
And
they're like, oh, it's that timing thing that I've always talked about, where there's just something about
they didn't fill it.
People.
They didn't fill it with something like, you grab her this, or I grab, like, just start grabbing her.
Right.
Just do it. You know you're getting caught.
Right.
Do it. And it's like, no, we're supposed to wait.
Yeah.
They told us to wait.
I know.
Oh, fuck.
That's such a killer to me. There's so much of that happening in WWE.
And then Io running, and then they don't do anything, and they're just waiting for Io to show up, and Io's got the crowd going. But that all just feels like, we could have also just fucking watched Rhea and Jade kick ass.
Right.
This whole match. And then
we don't always need a little extra something.
And I get it, you're making more moments, but bell to bell, just the 2 ladies. Fucking rocked.
Did anybody get involved in the Finn Dominic match because JD was in the ladder match. What's her face was night 1.
Roxanne and Raquel like showed up for the victory.
Right. Okay, but nobody got involved in the match itself. Because I was gonna say
no, not
that's good at least then that we had.
It was a street fight, so it's like
because Trick Williams had the outside interference person.
Little yachty.
Yeah, little yachts.
And then we had our final, like, hey, everyone's been speculating that Danhausen's going to be involved in Mania, right? Like, we have one more. We're following the formula. We can't not follow the formula of the host of, like, shows up in the intro and shows up just before the main event to announce attendance again.
Right.
It announces attendance again. And then Miz interrupts. And a guy whose name I can't retain. I think the tag team is Pretty Deadly.
Kit Wilson.
So he's the one that's not injured, that guy.
Yeah.
He's with Miz. And, they're like talking shit on Cena. Doesn't come across great. Like there's a little weird mistiming issues, and Miz is going like, I'm gonna take our show heads done. Cena's like, go ahead, it's fine.
Right.
And Miz is like, yeah, well, I will. Okay, yeah, sure. Which leads to little people dressed as Danhausen that come out. Danhausen has also the most fucking expository song. It's weird.
Okay.
It's like, he's very nice. He's very evil. He has, it just explains Danhausen.
Okay.
It's super fucking weird when there's.
I mean, that sounds like the best thing I've heard about him so far.
So little people come out. Danhausen's in like this motorized, smaller truck car thing.
Okay. So they brought them people over for him at least. They're like, you can't.
Yeah.
We need to speed
Like,
this up.
he's got very small feet.
Sure.
You need to hurry up. So he's doing the thing where he's driving down, and then all the little people around. Michael Cole drops the M bomb a couple of times.
The what bomb?
M.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's not. I was gonna say even just the use of a bunch of little people dressed like Danhausen feels a little bit old school in not a great way.
And also, you're looking and going like,
this.
Danhausen's not that taller than these guys.
It's also, it just seems, yeah, I don't know. It reads Charlie and Chocolate Factory to me.
It reads
Or
Vince
I guess-
McMahon WWE.
Right. Yeah, that's what I.
If you were thrilled that Vince is gone and love this segment, I don't understand.
Right. No.
Because this was the most Vincey of Vincey thing.
It sounds very Vincey. It's like, oh, you know what would be great? A bunch of little people dressed like him. It's like, but why?
And Miz and
Right.
like a modelly guy, and we're gonna touch balls in it. Like,
do we know that
cool.
these weren't just AJ Lee's kids with the face paint?
One of them, no, because there was one that was like, that guy's good.
Oh, okay.
That one little person, like that guy's got it.
The performer,
like
yeah.
the facials and like he had the
so
movements down so
exploitative.
good.
Yeah.
Well,
that's the one wrestling fan, I'm sure. It's the one guy who knows Danhausen.
Yeah. Or he's the one worker. He's like, I can take bumps.
Sure.
I'm good. They do a thing. What I do really appreciate about Danhausen are the in-betweens. Like whatever he says of the bigger things, like doesn't hit for me, doesn't really do a lot of like Danhausen mania.
Sure,
like he says that stuff, but it's all the little shit.
He's gotten really good in the clips I've seen of him since he's debuted. It's been interesting to me because I actually view it as like, oh, I'm not a huge fan of this guy, but it does feel kind of nice to see him in this world because he reacts to things.
Yes.
He listens to people and he's not just waiting to say his lines.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a deficit because, or detriment. Sometimes it's a detriment because then he ruins his lines by doing too much.
Yeah.
But at least he's in the moment.
He's trying because
Yes.
it'll be the little things of like, yes, well, now I'll move over here. If you could just move that way.
Exactly. Yes. Those are things.
That's what I like.
He's in the moment and he says, oh, I like this. So what do you do? Yeah. Those things are my favorite parts of what I've seen of him so far.
So,
because he feels like, oh, this doesn't belong on WWE television. It feels like a thing that's not what they do. And that is fun. That's just a nice thing to see.
His timing is unusual and fun for that. And then it ends up being like, when is it? The Danhausen or one of the little people get pushed by Kit, and then Danhausen punches somebody in the balls, but he leaves his hand there, and I'm like, what is that about?
Miz, I think I saw the photo because then it immediately gives him a 5-knuckle shuffle kind of thing.
Immediately is not the right word.
Well, you know what I mean, yeah.
And Cena laughs a little too long, and it's like, oh, it's just great not working here full time. Like, all right, so good for him getting that, doing all that, but it was the fucking most Vince McMahon-y thing of all time that I've seen since like a gobbledygooker.
Right, yeah.
Just like,
I mean, I just think of the Kings from fucking Survivor Series 94, and I think of all of the times, and it's one thing, like it's the era of I'm gonna make fun of you by bringing out a little person dressed like you because we're making fun of the little person, really. Like that's what the joke is. The joke is let's laugh at this little person. And that like is just so dated, and it's like it stopped being funny like the second time in the 90s, and they still did it in the 2000s.
It's yeah,
right. You know what I mean? And then
but there's the occasional time like Hornswoggle showed up in TNA as AJ Styles one time, where it's like he rocked the gear and everything, but you knew it was also Hornswoggle. Like he wasn't hiding.
Yeah, that's different because Hornswoggle is a star.
Yeah,
it's not just a random
and you
little
go,
person.
Holy shit, he does kind of look like him. The hair.
Exactly, the hair. It was. I think it was motivated by the hair. People started calling him Swoggle Styles. But you know, I think that it just feels so like tired, and
yeah, they don't change it. It's you follow the same beats and you go like, yeah, okay, I've seen it. If it's a new wrestling fan, like sure, that's for you.
And the irony is that if they did the AJ Lee thing where it was like a bunch of little kids, that's way funnier, kind of creepy because they all have the makeup on, and like makeups and little capes or whatever, and like who are these children? What is Dan Harrington doing with these children? Like that's a way funnier, unique. You can have Miz being like, where does he get these children from? Like this, you could do so much more with that if you like the visual of a bunch of little Danhausen.
Or giants. Giants.
Or get a bunch of, go to fucking.
Get a football team.
The NXT people, or get a football team. 100%. If they're Vegas, Vegas doesn't have a football team, do they?
Yeah, they do.
Was it Vegas?
That's where they have the fucking stadium.
Is that where the Rams went? No, what is their football stadium now?
Raiders?
What's their football? The Raiders? They go to LA? I mean, Las Vegas, rather?
They have somebody.
Yeah.
This is a wrestling podcast.
Yeah,
everybody.
I know. I was going to say, I was thinking like, I know they got the hockey team, the Knights. I fucking can't stand them. But anyways, get 100%. Get the local football team or local sports stars and put them in Danhausen makeup.
And then just have him like
hilarious.
Then it's even funnier that Danhausen's small.
Yes.
And he's like, I have all my friends.
Exactly.
It is the local
he can
football.
call them his minions.
There's local footballers.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's Saudi Mania.
He can call them the Viking Raiders, and they're like, no, it's the Las Vegas Raiders. Yeah, it's the Viking Raiders.
Which leads us to our main event, which is fascinating. Where night one's main event is built on history that they don't use. Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton, where it's like you have footage, you have so many things to pull from and use, and then
you've got.
We're gonna make it up.
Photos of them as children.
Yeah, and it's like we're gonna just change it to we're gonna have McAfee. We're gonna do this and like we'll acknowledge a little bit, but we're gonna make this so complicated rather than tap into everything you want. And also, turns out Ted DiBiase Jr. was there in the crowd.
I saw a video that somebody posted, and I know all the youths are overusing the phrase "cringe" these days, but I can't come up with anything better to describe him taking paying a person to film him in the crowd, like looking at a distance and then turning around and like essentially like going into business for himself for the indies by paying for a ticket to go to WrestleMania, sit in the crowd and then film. This has got Enzo Amore written all over it. That's what this has. Like this was embarrassing. Embarrassing. And my favorite part about it was that I saw just a bunch of people below it being like, give us our money back. Like all the people that like live in a state, Minnesota. Wait, where are they from? Minneapolis? No. What city that him and his father defrauded the fucking people of? But anyways, a bad look.
And then the second main event is one that you're like, wait, what? Roman Reigns and CM Punk, like, there's nothing there. I mean, you have to totally make this up from fucking scratch.
Or you have to all go all the way back to the Shield.
But even that's like, it's a little something. Right. It's not much to go off at all.
I mean, it could
it's
just
still
be
manufactured.
It could be, I brought you into the biz. That could be the story.
And there is a little bit of that, but it's still like, that's so far away, so manufactured. And
we haven't been in the same company for a decade, and we haven't crossed paths in a decade.
A totally manufactured story is beyond excellent and was deserving to be the main event. Punk truly was like, this is what I've been waiting for this whole time. I'm going to sell tickets. I'm going to give the best fucking promos I've ever given.
Right.
Roman's
there too.
He's all right.
Yeah.
But was one of the promos where he's like showed a bunch of footage and you're like, that's an editor being really cool in this.
Right.
Not you.
Right.
You didn't do shit. Punk is those promos. If you go back and just watch every single promo that he did, it's fucking outstanding.
Yeah.
There's one line. Best. I don't remember the full line, but it ends with, "You ate dog food for a weird old man."
Oh my God, I would retire. I would
It's
never show
so
my face
good.
again.
It's so funny.
You ate dog food for a weird old man.
It's the levels of that.
That is such a takedown of everything that Roman Reigns is as a human being.
And that's just one of the lines. That's what I mean. It's like it is truly WrestleMania level.
Right.
Piper would go like, "I'm fucking proud of you." Like that's it.
Great.
And their match is outstanding.
Really,
their match
really
is good. I fucking cannot stomach
Punk's champion
Roman Reigns matches. They're so boring to me.
Yeah.
Many of his Mania matches I've not watched because I just get so fucking bored.
He's become what people criticize Cena about 5 moves of doom. Like Roman has the same beats. That's like every match. The same
he just
beats.
talks
More so even than like an Orton or people who other people complain about. Like he really has his. This is what they all follow the same structure.
But his pacing just always bugs me. He talks a lot, and it's just not interesting. There's not enough filler of other moments.
Right.
Punking him from the get-go, it feels a little chaotic in all the best of ways.
Okay.
They have little moments because the same thing. Like you're going, there's no fucking house shows.
Right.
They can't work this match out.
Right.
Sure, they wrestled a long time ago, but they don't have the capacity to go, hey, we did this for like 2 months on the road. We got it.
Right. I mean, that's literally like Punk and every person right now. This is the situation he's in, which is amazing when he puts on a great match and you realize like, oh shit.
Punk is in top-notch shape. Roman, you go, that guy had leukemia twice? What the fuck? He looks better than he has.
Right.
His teeth are buff.
That guy's teeth got yoked.
Punk is, they have also a very simple, great story. It is a back and forth. It is acknowledged like Punk's older. Roman's back at it and wants it so bad. And their back and forth is pretty equal. Like Punk gets the advantage. Roman takes it back. Like they go all out. It is just a shade under 34 minutes. They do everything. There are rules. The ref is like trying to enforce them when it's ultimately it's like, well, it's a WrestleMania match. Roman goes a little too far. It's getting admonished. There's almost count outs. It's so great that they didn't just go, well, it's no DQ.
Right.
Whatever. Punk gets bloody. It goes in his mouth. It looks like his teeth are covered in blood at one point. They're just going fucking tooth and nail at each other. There's a little bit of talking shit here and there in a match.
That's fun.
Punk does something way stupid, like jumping from the I Show Speed spot. Basically, it's like,
okay, he did
gonna jump from the
what he did
turnbuckle.
What he did to Taker at Mania.
Yeah, and it's like, oh no, dude, oh no, but he's in that Mania spot.
Even that
like,
one, against Taker was like fucking incredible. I used to have that in the Brawlway, that photo of him because he essentially did the macho elbow, but from turnbuckle to announce table,
and he did it again. And it was great. It was awesome. It did not rely on the Cena era finisher fest. We had a moment of that, the back and forth, like, well, I'll do yours. And I'll do yours.
Oh, really? So Roman hits a GTS at some point, and he hits a spear, I guess, or Superman punch or something. That's fun. I don't mind that because it's not your finisher, so you didn't do it good.
I like it. I thought it worked best when it was Austin Rock eventually did it because they had done everything to each other.
Yeah, for so long.
And so now they're going to try the other person's stuff. When Cena did it for Manias, it's like, all right, this isn't, you're just playing a video game of like, I'm using 2 of my stored finishers to hit your finisher.
Right.
And it just became a reliant trope. Their back and forth, like the chop, I'll take your chop, or the punch. They did it how you're supposed to do it, where it's I'm giving fucking everything to you and I strike you, but I don't have enough to hit you again immediately.
Right.
And the other guy's like, oh, fuck, I gotta fucking hit him so fast in return.
Right.
And it was desperation and it was exhaustion. You can tell they both have a gas tank that's still full.
Right.
But now it's depleting. The old guy's gas tank is getting lower.
Interesting.
And lower. And you're like, oh, fuck.
Not
Punk gets him up
those.
for a GTS and then crumbles.
That's fun.
And then Roman's able to capitalize and get him because he could just go that little bit more. fuck, it was good.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah, out of all the
And
matches,
people
the two
Complain.
really. So out of all the matches, the two that I think that you've sold me the most on are Trick and
Sammy
and
with Lil Yachty.
and these two are the two that I would probably be like, oh yeah, I'd watch those if it pops up.
Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee
And
also
Becky versus AJ, yeah.
solid piece of business. I know people like other ones as well. I'd say that ladder match, Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar. Like night 2 was
The better.
that Mania feel.
Right.
It didn't feel as rough as previous Manias. That was the thing. The other stuff was like, there's a lot of early pre-show or other stuff that was okay. Right. And there's moments. I know my atmosphere and hanging out with a friend like elevated everything.
Right.
I understand the complaints about the commercials, this and that. Match time, not a concern with me. It's a fucking 8-hour show ultimately.
Right.
Or 7.5 hour show, I guess.
Yeah. By the time you add them all up.
I thought Punk and Reigns was excellent. I don't understand the complaints in this.
What were the complaints? What are you seeing online?
I've just seen it's like, that's it. That was the end.
Is it because Roman won? Is that what people are angry
about? There's that too. Like Roman won.
He's starting to get the Cena treatment.
Like he doesn't need the belt. He doesn't need to be here.
And Punk does.
But also,
what's the fucking?
We don't know what the plan is.
Right.
We don't know if Roman's going to be back full time. We don't know who he's set to do or face. Like, I don't know. What I would have loved Punk to have won. He could lose this
shit tonight by the time we finish wrapping this on Raw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love Punk to have won. So that way it eliminates all potential complaints of like,
right.
Well, I never main event WrestleMania. Well, I never did this. Well, I never won my main event WrestleMania. Like, fucking hey, Punk. Like, but did he make him look even bigger than I feel like Rowan's been in a while? Like, yeah, totally.
Also, that is one of those things, not that I want them to continually do these like same match year after year stories, but if the story you told was that like, you're just too old, you're only going to get older from there. Which means that if you start treating Punk like an underdog because of his age, and he does get a win at next year's Mania over a Roman or similar, it's just going to be that much more like, all right, he's not fucking done yet, and you can tell a story from this point as a start,
right?
Which is not bad.
No, not bad at all.
That's a good story.
And then Gunther could be eyeing him
100%. That could be a great him and Gunther where he beats Gunther.
I think the clear perspective of why would this be upsetting that Roman Reigns wins the title, much like when he won the Rumble, people are like, what the fuck, why? There is no clear path that Roman has other than like the goal was he wants the title and he hates Punk.
Right.
But now what? Now what does he want? Like, what is the bloodline? What is this? What is that? It's because he's unfocused. I think that's the part where people are going like, well, why?
Right.
He doesn't need it. He has no more goals.
Yeah, he got to the top of the mountain and now he's just there hanging out.
Yeah.
And so any decision he makes is going to be like, yeah, whatever. He's still at the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is there something else or other opponents like, sure, fine. I again, like low expectations for a guy that I've not been thrilled with. I thought fucking over delivered. They had great chemistry. Everything about it was just super, super rad, super intense, and just they brought out the best in each other. And you for the first time in a while too, I feel like it was a main event. We're gonna put on a really solid match, bell to bell.
Nice.
And thankfully they didn't have to deal with the McAfee type of bullshit around it. And also, it's 2 titles, and is this one really the main title? Right. And that night, yeah, it was.
It felt like the actual main event of Mania instead of the night 1 main event with the qualifier.
Yep.
Right on. Well, all in all, you happy with your outing outside of the first match?
Yeah, I really would like to watch that match in full.
Yeah.
That Brock and Oba one. But I don't know. Hopefully other people dug it, or there was enough there. It's a fucking 7.5 hour show that's split into 2 nights. Like, no matter what, it is too much. It is a whole lot, and the expectations.
We're an hour 40 into this, and I'm thinking like, oh God, this is just a lot. This is too much wrestling for me. Well, I'm glad you had fun. Overall, though, like, good takeaway as far as Manias.
One of the better Manias.
Interesting.
I think in recent
specifically
years.
For night 2, though.
Night 2 is super strong. Night 1 is fine.
I feel like night 1 highlights much of the problems with modern WWE.
Yeah.
And night 2 is much of what's working with WWE. Like, it was sort of like both sides of the coin, it sounds.
Yeah, and it's weird because they can get that feedback right away,
Right.
and then they try and fix it and alter it for night 2 when it'd be great if you
Do you
guys just
think
went
so?
all in on night 1
Yeah.
or just a night.
I think that I'm too bitter or too much of a skeptic at this point that feedback matters to them. Like how many times? I mean, it's just like you can only be told as a wrestling fan by WWE, like, we're really listening to you so many times throughout 20 years.
Because they have to,
For you to be
ignore
like, sure you
so
are.
much anyway that I'm not giving them a pass on anything at this point.
I don't.
With
Again, I don't.
something that if they were legit, like the product is basically universally loved, right? Like it's
Right.
everybody's in on it. There's a couple hot stars.
It's affordable.
It's affordable. It's not political. Everything's fine.
Right.
There would still be major events that people go like, well, that fucking sucked.
Sure, always.
Of this
Right.
consensus, and you'd be like, wait, what?
Right.
What sucked?
I mean, that's
they would
just-
still get that no matter what.
Right. But
So
I think
that's how hard shelled they probably are with a lot
Right.
of this. Is like, what the?
no matter what we do,
You're
people
not
aren't gonna
fucking
happen.
happy.
But I definitely think that there is a greater swell of consensus at times than others, where it's like
Yes.
there's always going to be your 10%ers or whatever you call it, the online wrestling community, the OWC, who's just like fucking bitching.
Yeah.
But sometimes it feels greater than that. And I definitely think recently it's felt greater than that. It might just be because we're in a wrestling bubble, but
I think this Mania, when you look comparatively to other stuff, or just overall, when you're going like, there were 13 matches. What was all right? Like, take
Right.
away what was pretty good
Well-
and compared to other PLEs and shit like that, where you go, that was fucking bullshit. Like, everything that happened with Cena, you go like, that was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
This had some cool shit.
And also enjoy probably the last US Mania for a while.
Yeah.
So
Next year's fucked up.
Like,
so,
we're literally like, yeah, I don't know. Let's not get into it.
and that was another theory. Maybe that's why Roman won, because that guy has no issue going over there and doing anything like that.
all right.
So if that's just a safe bet, where you go,
Punk went last time though, and it was a disappointment.
I just
But-
mean of all things.
Right.
Of
Sure,
like,
it's safe.
it's safe.
Yeah, it's really safe.
He's gonna be there, and
They're gonna want him
they're gonna want
as
him.
the champ or whatever because they're writing the show. I'm sure at that point. Yeah,
Could be
it's fucking
Don't know.
gross. It's fucking
that he fights
gross.
Vince for total control.
Yeah. Whoever wins gets pictures of someone pissing on somebody. All right. What do you want to do first? You want to do
Piss on someone.
April champ, or do you want to do
April
hotline?
showers, champ.
I hate you so much. Do you want to do hotline or April champ?
Let's do the champ picking.
Let's do champ picking. All right. Once again, wait, where's my jar? Oh, here. Once again, Tim Redbeard, current PWP champ for the month of March. If you're either new to the program, one, thanks for listening. And two, heading over to patreon.com/PW Palskis.
Or else.
Find out what the hell we're talking about. All of our Palskis are entered into this monthly contest, which the winner is chosen at random here out of our PWP championship jar. And at the end of the year, we will take all of the winners and we will
Fight them.
enter them into a contest for a prize package worth $200 or more. 2025's Victor Andrew Beeler got her prize package not that long ago. We look forward to hearing her thoughts. I hope that you enjoyed everything that was in that box. Lots of books, some DVDs, some Blu-rays, a one-of-a-kind item specifically made for Andrew Beeler, the record-setting PWP champ.
Films were both featured in.
Films were both featured in, were included.
If I'm not mistaken, this is the first time we're announcing this because I didn't know we were doing this again. So you've said it. You put it out there.
What? That we're going to do it again. Oh, you didn't think that we were doing it again?
We never talked about it.
I know, but we never jacked the price back up to cover the month-to-month costs for the patrons. So I just assumed.
Just saying. There it is. It is
I
stamped.
assumed that this is what we're doing.
Fair enough.
Card.
I got to be in
subject-
anher movie? Shit.
Card subject to change, I guess. Andrea wins it again because she's just always champ. What if she's just she's just always the winner every single time.
Could be.
All
She might win now.
right. Anyways, let's do it. All the names of all eligible patrons are in the jar here.
The more, each $5 that you contribute to the Patreon
Yes.
is an additional entry. So $5 gets you one entry. But if you want more entries, you bump up that price.
Alrighty. Okay.
Yeah,
Here we
you've
go.
been
Ready?
fingering it
Well,
all
because I was
day
waiting for
there.
you to finish talking.
Never.
All right. Here we go. Did I get 2? No, I got 1. Alrighty.
Leave it on camera.
It's on camera. And new PWP champ for the month of April 2026, Mickey Bell. Mickey Bell from Gibraltar.
You don't even need a VPN to contact him.
I still, on the little ticket, I still spell his name with no E, and I feel like we've never gotten clarification whether it's EY or E. Mickey, like Mickey Mouse, or is it just Mickey, like Nicky with no E?
This is your problem.
Mickey Bell, congrats on your victory, overthrowing Tim Redbeard as champ and all other patrons. A well-earned victory. And thanks for being patrons, everybody. Let me add his name to the sheet. Mickey Bell. Is this his first victory in 2026? It's got to be, right?
I don't know.
Let's see. PWP champs. This is Mickey's first victory since February of 2025. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He was September champ. September 2025.
Smooth operation.
I'm just looking at everything.
Did you add an E or no?
I wrote it with an E on this sheet, which is weird. I keep going back and forth. I don't know.
Michael,
Mickey
I don't know what to say.
tied, by the way, for let's see, second most wins of all time, I think, at this point.
I don't know.
I gotta do the math.
You're looking at it.
I'll do the math later. There we go. We did it. You want to take a hotline caller too?
Yeah.
So we it's been a while since Scott and I have sat and chatted, and even before then, it was a while since we took calls.
Yeah.
So we have a little stockpile, but we have two callers with some multiple calls. Which one do you want to do first?
The former champion in remembrance.
Alrighty, let's do that. Did you want to do?
He's been dethroned. Let him have the mic.
I forgot what we decided beforehand. Did you want to do the first one where he talks about his watch along, or you want to do the second one where he talks about
I believe it's the second
Mania?
one.
All right, let's talk about some
'Cause
Mania.
we just talked about Mania.
Yeah, let's do that. All right, hopefully this works. Let's see here.
Wrestling Palskis. What's up? Tim Redbeard from Connecticut. I was calling because I was looking at the posters and the card lineup for WrestleMania nights 1 and 2, and just the whole state of things. I know the ticket prices are a big reason why people are staying away, and just the overall feeling with how stories are being written and shown on TV and all that. So I was wondering, fantasy book, this year's WrestleMania. What would you do differently? How would you change it? Do you think it needs to be changed? Does it need to be saved? What would you do? I hope you're all doing well. Please continue to take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll talk to you later. Peace.
How would you have booked Mania? It's hard for me to say because I just haven't been plugged into WWE, and so I feel like this is a tough thing for me to answer in any way that's like informed.
I mean,
not that you have been super plugged in, but you've been plugged in enough.
No, but I think that it involves a lot of things when it comes to WrestleMania, where ticket prices alone are just like,
it's absurd.
Make them affordable. Make them. Yes, you're gonna have your ringside super special chair and all that. Like, yep, that's gonna be high end stuff. Less high end than what it currently is, but it's like, yeah, that's a premium seat.
Right.
Those are gonna be more expensive than the others. But otherwise, fill the fucking place up. Don't have it be a question. Don't have it have to be a problem of running discounts and specials and deals. You're gonna get so much fucking money from the superstore, from everything else,
from the experience and access and all the shit. Yeah.
And I know I'm not thinking with them in mind and their corporate synergy and yada yada, but it's like, look, again, still this year while we have it, wrestling fans are gonna want to involve themselves in other things. Obviously, there are those that are just like, no, I just go for WrestleMania and WWE things, and Monday Night Raw and whatever else. But WrestleCon's there.
Right.
Other independent shows are there. Like, let people go and enjoy other things, because chances are for most of them at the end of the day, they're also going to go, yeah, but I'm also here for WrestleMania, and this is the thing that I probably ultimately love, but it's neat to see the other things too. I might see the next superstar that's going to be walking through WWE's doors at some point.
Right.
But I got to see him at that show on that weekend.
Right.
And I got to meet him and take a photo
It's also
with
like
him.
the energy of being in a city overrun with other wrestling fans.
Mhm.
And yeah, I feel like, I mean, I have no idea if there's going to be anything non-WWE in Saudi next year. I can't imagine that WrestleCon does Riyadh.
No,
You know, like, and so I think
it's probably New Orleans is what was talked about, because it's like basically like, does Tony Khan make the move of,
oh, I see.
do they pick a spot
Right.
and then go, hey, here's the hub, everyone show
Right.
up here. They'll be there in Saudi.
Right.
We'll all be here. We'll pick a date and we'll all do it.
Right. But yeah, what about the booking? What about his question about, like, you know, if you were to fantasy book it, was there anything you would have changed, I suppose?
Oh, I mean, yeah. Sure. I mean, would I do one night of WrestleMania? Yes. Would I do one?
All right, so let's do
world
that.
title
How
for
would you
each?
have cut?
Yes.
Maybe we could take some of the matches that existed that you did like, or that you did. Let's build, which is one night of what we already had for you.
I think Olba versus Brock is a keeper.
Okay.
I don't think he changed that. And some of these are after the
So
fact,
what,
right?
Six matches, 7 matches. What's a good Mania
Yeah,
card?
7 matches.
7 matches, great. So Oba. So we got 1 of 7.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of this stuff that's
Would you just have kept the good ones that you like? Would you have kept
probably.
Trick and Sammy for that would have been your mid card championship? Do we need to have every goddamn championship?
No.
Okay.
I don't know. I probably do something with, instead of, if you can't do Seth and Braun and you don't have a story of anything with Gunther going into Mania,
Right.
I have Gunther fucking show up and stare Cena down
Okay.
for the host thing.
All right.
That it's like, you get
So
him out of there.
You get a segment.
And then you get somebody like telling Gunther to fuck off.
Right. Love that.
And then Cena's like, not Danhausen, but you know,
Sure.
but something where you involve Gunther in a major way of,
Right.
like the guy
He's not. He's not in the ring. He's not in, or competing in the ring.
maybe Bianca.
Okay.
And he's like, I'll take your baby out. Your baby won't have a career.
Or like that's how you discover she's pregnant. Is he's like gonna smack her and she opens her thing and shows her belly.
Look, WrestleMania is all about who's Bianca's father.
Exactly.
That's what it is. The ladder match is a contract for who gets to be the baby daddy.
Great.
That's what it is. Yeah, it's hard to say after the fact, especially since it's so fresh and new, because I certainly would have thought like Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton would be your main event
Right,
of WrestleMania.
right.
That's the WWE title.
Big deal.
These two guys have the fucking lineage. What I'd
So
like
you-
to see
would-
Punk have it.
Would you have just stripped then the other crap from that and just had them tell the actual historical story?
Yeah.
That's great.
Of it's, you know, who's better, the young lion or
Right.
the fucking old guy. Yeah, there was happy surprises. Trick Williams versus Sami Zayn. I wouldn't have thought it'd been so fucking good, but it is. I think it's just streamlining a fair amount of stuff. Can you ever get rid of the ads of doing that? No.
Right. But is there anybody that you would have been like, oh, I would have liked to have seen this person in a match that wasn't, or in a singles match instead of the ladder or something like that? Trying to
It's just
suffice.
because I've not seen Aleister Black ever since he's shown back up. So it'd be like, I don't know, throw him in the ladder match. I'd be
Right,
like, hey,
sure.
there he is.
Yeah.
Trying to think if there's any other roster members that, if they're not hurt, I mean, fuck, I do like the Street Profits. Like,
Yeah.
how are they not involved in some way or something?
Didn't they turn him heel and nobody cared?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where they're at now,
Right.
but that again feels like some of these people I'm mentioning is like, yeah, they'd be great with Cena.
They have too much talent, and trying to juggle it is just too complicated.
And then that's why there is
Right.
2 nights of Mania
Yep,
and all this
exactly.
stuff. So, we talked about it years ago. I probably would do another gimmick battle royal
Why not?
where it's that next crop
Yeah.
of old guys
Right.
where it's like, we have to have that at some point. Let the
Ted
fans,
DiBiase Jr. was already there.
the Boogeyman, like those types of characters where they had some weird gimmick, like, yeah, let him have another payday and a little spotlight on him and have it be a palate cleanser in between serious epic title match and
Right.
feud. Like, yeah, another gimmick battle royal. It needs to happen before all those guys age out and then you got to wait
Right.
again.
Right.
For somebody else.
All right, let's see what else we got. Here is one from Masked Llama talking about Mania.
Hey there, Palskis. This is Mask Llama of the Legendary Fighting Federation. And, I watched the Manias on Discord there. And I gotta say, man, I feel bad for Jey Uso. The guy went from winning the world title to being on essentially, the pre-show and the celebrity match. I was curious, has there ever, has there ever been a bigger fall from grace, so to speak? I know that King Kong Bundy went from being in a world title match to being in a comedy match. He got on the card. It's the pre-show. If it's the show they're giving away for free to attract customers, you can call it the Oak First Hour if you want. It's a pre-show. He made it on the card, which is, better than a lot of people. So, yeah. I guess it's rough. It's definitely a fall. But they still made it on the card, so I got to give them that. I'm looking at how many people have only made it to one WrestleMania, and then after that they're just left off the card altogether, even if they're still employed by the company. Anyway, so yeah, those are my kind of thoughts. Poor Jey Uso. Yep, that's my take. Bye, y'all.
Alrighty, Mass Llama, fall from graces like Jey Uso's.
Really sad that he was in the opening match of night 1 at WrestleMania 42 and in the opening match of night 1 at WrestleMania 41.
So he hasn't fallen from graces in the exact same place as what you're stating.
He is the opener for both shows.
Yeah.
Granted, he's fighting for the world title in one of them, and then the other one he's just there in a group, but the placement didn't change.
You're not wrong. I don't think there's been a fall for grace from him because I don't think he ever got the push that they made it seem like he got. Just because he was in a title picture doesn't mean he had a push. Because he was replaced and he, like you said, wasn't the main event, wasn't the final match, wasn't put in the position.
Yeah.
But there have been some fall. I don't know. The people that I think of, I mentioned Ryback earlier. Ryback seems like that was the thing where it was like, this guy's going to be something. And then just a wet fart.
For Manias, the one that came to mind for me was Daniel Bryan main event or opening the show at WrestleMania 30 and then winning the world title at the end of WrestleMania 30.
Yeah.
To then be in the opening ladder match for the Intercontinental title.
Right.
The following year at WrestleMania and the that I think Barrett had.
Maybe, yeah.
And then Daniel Bryan won it.
Right.
But that's a step down.
I would, it's funny you went Wrestlemania because I immediately went to Kofi Mania. I was thinking Kofi title, big crazy thing. And then the following year at Mania, just in a tag match with New Day, I think, if that even.
I think that's Pandemic Mania.
Oh, was that the one before Pandemic Mania?
So 35 is
Kofi.
Jersey.
Oh, maybe. All right. Well, in which case, everybody took a real step down for that. There wasn't even a crowd there for those people.
I'm looking it up because that should be 36. That I think is.
Kofi Mania was 2019. You are correct.
Okay.
So 2020.
So is he even on the card, or is he at home with COVID?
Well,
let's see here. I'm looking up when 2 nights began.
Yeah.
Let's see here. WrestleMania. Did he go by a new name called Elias? Is that him?
Nope. I could just do a quick search. Kofi's name. John Morrison defeated Kofi Kingston and Jimmy Uso in a triple threat ladder match.
Oh, was that?
Oh, that was, that might have been the build up. Let me see here. Let me just scroll down to the bottom of the results.
God, yeah.
It's brutal.
That's the one.
Yep.
Where I think it's for the tag team titles. And I think
without Miz,
one person is hurt of the 3 teams. So they then just said, one person will represent.
That's what it was.
Each of them for the tag team titles. It's like, what?
So no tag teams fought for tag team titles.
Right.
Yeah. I'd say that's a step down.
Yes. And he lost.
Exactly.
And the champion retained. Morrison
went in champion and stayed champion.
Yeah, Kofi couldn't get it done. Yeah, that is a massive step down.
Alrighty. Well, we're at 2 hours. We should probably call this.
We had to catch up on all kinds of things. We tried to load it up for you guys and talk about wrestling and all this stuff. And so I appreciate everyone's patience and, me taking time and all that. So there's pre-show for you. There's this show for you. Space it out. If you heard this by the end now, you didn't space it out.
But that'll do it for the program. We're going to get back on our watch along schedule here soon. We appreciate your patience on that. To the patrons, obviously, although I think we had some stuff stockpiled, so it hasn't been that long, but I know there was definitely a gap with everything that's been going on.
I don't think there was.
Oh, really?
Except for our main show.
No, yeah, I was talking about.
It wasn't a good episode when you're like, "Hey, Scott's in a place with stuff."
All right,
it wasn't. There was no even Patreon shout outs.
That'll do it, Scott. We have to thank our current Patreon Palskis. Speaking of which,
sure thing. We have a new one, and I hope I pronounced this correctly. Please leave a comment if I'm not. Danielle. So thank you to Danielle for joining up. Also, thank you to Adrian Avina, Alex Pierce, Alice Rader, Andrea Beeler, Foley is God, Gilbert Short, Mass Llama, Michael Beltran, the new PWP champ, Mike Lucas, Suicide, Tim Bemis, Tim Redbeard, Tom Hader, and Tony Griggs for this Wrestlemania stacked episode of Pro Wrestling Palskis.
Our new Palski, the way that you pronounced it, it's Danial. You know that I've watched too much wrestling where I saw that and thought, oh, that's denial.
No, they're not retribution.
Because that's what like a wrestling name. That's how they would spell it. Like we have to find a new way to spell it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going to feel bad if it is actually denial, but that's what it looks like to me. Denial.
That's a river in the Mississippi River.
Alrighty. We did it. We had a couple technical difficulties, but we did it. Thanks to those who check out the stream. By the way, if you are listening to this in the pod feed, you can always go back and rewatch streams through your Patreon. Like you don't have to tune in live. You can still watch the live streams after they are live, if that's how you would prefer to get your episodes.
Ain't that a perk?
If you like seeing our faces.
Mm-hmm. Touching yourself?
And why wouldn't you?
Touching somebody else? Touching me.
I was going to do the same thing.
Touching you.
Sweet Caroline.
She's underage.
Oh, shit. Is she? Oh, fuck.
Isn't she? Isn't that what the whole song's about?
Is it? I don't know the rest of the lyrics.
I think Caroline's making a lawsuit against Vince McMahon.
Those are all I know. God damn it. All right. We did it. Thank you guys for joining us. We hope you had fun. It's always a blast hanging out with you, Pro Wrestling Palskis.
Dragon Wagon.